Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we delve into the world of literature and poetry. Today, we will be exploring Emily Dickinson's poem, There Is Another Sky. This poem is included in the syllabus for Class 11th, and we will take you on a journey to understand its beauty, literary devices, structure, and the life of the remarkable poet behind it. Let's begin. Emily Dickinson was an American poet born in Amherst in 1830. She lived a secluded life, rarely venturing outside her family home. Despite her reclusive nature, Dickinson was a prolific writer, composing nearly 1,800 poems, though most were published posthumously. Her poetry is known for its unique style, concise language, and exploration of themes like nature, death, love, and the human side. Some of Emily Dickinson's famous works include Because I Could Not Stop for Death, Hope is a Thing with Feathers, and I'm Nobody, Who Are You? Her poetry often challenged conventional poetic norms, and she frequently employed dashes, capitalization, and unconventional punctuation to give her verses an enigmatic touch. Emily Dickinson's There Is Another Sky is a true gem of literature, filled with rich imagery, metaphorical brilliance, and profound insights into the human spirit. It invites readers to explore the power of imagination and the solace it can bring. Through vivid imagery and skillful use of poetic devices, Dickinson presents an alternate world that serves as a refuge from the challenges of reality. The rhyme scheme of Emily Dickinson's poem, There Is Another Sky, is a combination of half rhymes and perfect rhymes, following a loose pattern of ABCB, CDEC, FCGH, IH. The unique combination of half rhymes and perfect rhymes gives the poem a distinct musicality and contributes to its overall enchanting quality. Now, let's explore the poetic devices used in this poem. A metaphor is a literary technique where one thing is compared to another by stating they share the same qualities. The entire poem is an extended metaphor that compares the real world to an alternate, beautiful, and serene world. The alternate sky and sunshine represent a state of mind or an imaginary world. Let's see some examples. In the line, There Is Another Sky, the alternate sky symbolizes an alternative realm or state of being. In the lines, And there is another sunshine, though it be darkness there, the alternate sunshine signifies a different kind of illumination or brightness, even in the presence of darkness. Imagery is a literary device that uses vivid description that appeals to a reader's senses to create an image or idea in their head. Dickinson uses vivid imagery to paint contrasting pictures of the landscapes in the real world and the imagined world, invoking powerful sensory experiences. The image of faded forests in the line, Never mind faded forests, evokes a sense of loss and aging in the real world. The imagery of a little forest with evergreen leaves in the line, Here is a little forest, whose leaf is evergreen, creates a vivid picture of perpetual beauty and vitality. Symbolism is a literary device that uses symbols, be they words, people, marks, locations, or abstract ideas to represent something beyond the literal meaning. The poem uses symbolism to represent abstract ideas through concrete objects or imagery. The alternate sky symbolizes a mental escape or an imaginary world, away from the challenges of reality. The brighter garden symbolizes a place of renewal, hope, and immunity to hardships. A paradox is a rhetorical device that is made up of two opposite things and seems impossible or untrue but is actually possible or true. The poem presents paradoxical elements, creating a sense of mystery and intrigue. In the line, And there is another sunshine, though it be darkness there, the paradoxical idea of sunshine existing in the presence of darkness adds depth to the alternate world. A connotation is the feeling a writer creates through their word choice. It's the idea a specific word or set of words evokes. Dickinson uses words with specific connotations to evoke particular emotions or feelings. The words serene and fair have positive connotations, creating an atmosphere of calm and beauty in the alternate world. The word unfading implies flowers that retain their brilliance forever, conveying a sense of everlasting beauty. Alliteration is a repetition of initial consonant sounds in neighboring words. Alliteration adds a musical quality to the poem and can contribute to its rhythm and flow. In these examples, the use of alliteration helps to create a harmonious and engaging reading experience for the audience. Enjambment is a poetic device where a sentence or phrase continues from one line of poetry to the next without a pause or punctuation, so the reader is carried smoothly and swiftly. without interruption, to the next line of the poem. The poem explores the everlasting quality of poetry or art, emphasizing the timelessness of creative expression. Dickinson suggests that through her written creations, she can access an alternate world that remains eternally serene and beautiful, untouched by the passage of time and the changes of the real world. In addition to the theme of art's everlasting quality, Dickinson touches upon several other themes. The poem celebrates the power of imagination and the ability to create an alternate world or mental escape. The other sky and brighter garden represent a realm of beauty and tranquility that exists beyond the challenges and hardships of the real world. Dickinson suggests that one can find solace and comfort through the imaginative exploration of a better, more serene existence. The theme of eternal beauty and perpetuity in nature is highlighted through the image of the little forest, whose leaf is ever green. The unfading leaves symbolize the enduring and timeless aspects of nature, emphasizing the cyclical nature of life and the promise of renewal. Dickinson's rich imagery of little forest and brighter garden celebrates the beauty of nature and its capacity to inspire and uplift the human spirit. The poem incorporates paradoxes and contrasts, such as the existence of another sunshine amid darkness and the comparison between the faded forests and the evergreen little forest. These contrasts enhance the enigmatic and thought-provoking nature of the poem. The poem includes an invitation from the speaker to her brother, urging him to join her in the imagined garden. This theme of companionship and sharing one's inner world with others reflects the human desire for connection and understanding. There is another sky, ever serene and fair, and there is another sunshine, though it be darkness there. Never mind faded forests, Austen, never mind silent fields. Here is a little forest, whose leaf is ever green. Serene means calm, peaceful, and untroubled. Faded means having lost brightness or color due to age or exposure. In this line, Emily introduces the central idea of the poem, the existence of another sky, which implies an alternate world or state of being. Emily describes this other sky as always being tranquil and beautiful. It is a place of perpetual calm and loveliness. It contrasts with the turmoil and imperfections of the world we know, emphasizing its perfection and everlasting beauty. In addition to the different sky, Emily tells us that there is also an alternative sunshine in this world, symbolizing happiness, warmth, and brightness. This sunshine represents the positive and joyful aspects of life, even in the face of darkness. Despite mentioning another sunshine, she paradoxically notes that there is darkness in this alternate realm. This might indicate that even in a seemingly ideal place, there can still be struggles or challenges. Emily addresses her brother, Austen, and tells him not to be concerned about the faded or withered forests in the real world. This line advises him to let go of the troubles or sorrows represented by the faded forests and suggests that a better place exists. Similarly, she reassures Austen not to worry about the quiet and still fields. Silent fields might signify loneliness, isolation, the absence of life or vitality, creating a contrast with the vibrant garden mentioned later in the poem. Emily introduces a different kind of forest that exists in this other sky, contrasting with the faded forests mentioned earlier. This little forest might be metaphorical, representing a small but enduring source of vitality and life. Unlike the withered forests in the real world, the leaves of this little forest remain evergreen, suggesting that this alternative place is full of freshness, vigor, and vitality. Here is a brighter garden, where not a frost has been. In its unfading flowers, I hear the bright bee hum. Prithi, my brother, into my garden come. Frost is a deposit of small white ice crystals formed on the ground or other surfaces when the temperature falls below freezing. Hum is a low, continuous sound. Prithi is an archaic way of saying pray thee, meaning please or I beg you. Emily draws attention to another element of this alternate world, a brighter garden. This garden stands in contrast to the silent fields and faded forests, promising a place of greater vibrancy and beauty. This garden symbolizes a place of happiness, abundance, and joy. It represents a state of mind or a place of inner contentment and positivity. In this garden, there has never been frost, indicating that it is a place immune to the harshness of winter or the coldness of difficult times. The flowers in this garden are unfading, meaning they do not wither or lose their brilliance. This reinforces the idea of an eternal spring-like atmosphere. It indicates that the positive aspects of life persist without withering away. In this peaceful and beautiful garden, Emily perceives the sound of a bright bee humming, which adds to the overall sense of life and vitality. The presence of a bee also suggests a harmonious relationship with nature, further reinforcing the idea that this place is full of vitality and joy. Emily addresses her brother and politely urges or invites him to take notice. The stanza concludes with an invitation to her brother to come and join her in this brighter garden. Emily wishes to share the beauty and happiness she has found in this alternative reality with her brother, encouraging him to embrace the same positive outlook and mindset. Before we continue, be sure to like and subscribe. In the opening stanza, the speaker introduces the central theme of the poem, the existence of another world, a mental escape, or an alternate reality represented by another sky and another sunshine. The alternate sky is described as ever serene and fair, signifying its perpetual calmness and beauty. The paradoxical statement, though it be darkness there, suggests that even in this serene realm, there may be elements of darkness or difficulties. The speaker addresses her brother, Austin, reassuring him not to worry about the fading beauty of the real world's forests and the silence of its fields. Instead, she invites him to explore the beauty of an everlasting little forest with evergreen leaves. This little forest serves as a symbol of renewal and vitality, offering an alternative to the fading landscapes of reality. In the second stanza, the speaker continues her invitation to her brother, Austin, to enter the brighter garden. This garden is depicted as a place untouched by frost, representing a space immune to hardships and difficulties. The unfading flowers in this garden symbolize eternal beauty and renewal. The presence of the bride bee humming amidst the flowers adds to the imagery of life and vitality in this serene garden. The use of the archaic term prithvi, meaning please or I pray thee, emphasizes the speaker's heartfelt invitation to her brother. The line, into my garden come, reinforces the desire to share this imagined world with him, encouraging him to find solace and beauty in the realm of the speaker's imagination. There is Another Sky is a short, two-stanza poem by Emily Dickinson. The poem explores the theme of imagination and escapism, presenting an alternate world that contrasts with the challenges and hardships of the real world. The poem begins with the speaker introducing the concept of an alternate sky, which is perpetually serene and beautiful. In this alternate world, there exists a different kind of sunshine, despite the presence of darkness. The speaker urges her brother, Austin, not to be concerned about the fading beauty of the real world's forests or the silence of its fields. Instead, she directs his attention to a little forest, which symbolizes renewal and vitality. The forest's evergreen leaves represent eternal beauty and freshness, offering a contrast to the transitory nature of the real world. In the second stanza, the speaker extends her invitation to her brother, urging him to enter a brighter garden. This garden, untouched by frost, symbolizes a place of immunity to hardships and difficulties. The flowers in this garden are unfading, suggesting their everlasting brilliance. The bright bees hum amidst the flowers adds to the imagery of life and vitality in this serene realm. The poem concludes with the speaker passionately inviting her brother to join her in this imagined world, using the archaic term, prithvi, as an enduring plea. She desires to share her garden of imagination and solace with him, encouraging him to explore the beauty and renewal it offers. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more enriching literary explorations. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and keep finding beauty in the world of words. Thank you for joining us today.